What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. This is your Nothing to Talk About. I want to talk about Amanda Seales, Joe and Teresa Giudice, and was something else that I wanted to talk about. Oh, Love and Hip Hop. So I guess we can talk about Love and Hip Hop first. Well, really, I didn't want to talk too much about Love and Hip Hop. What I really want to talk about Love and Hip Hop was the April and Fizz situation, which is what they really want us to talk about because nothing else was really going on there. Except for like Apple. I should have went the other way. I'm waiting for a bus. Freak nasty. Oh, duh, Erica. All right, so let's do it. Come on, what are y'all doing? What are you doing? What you looking at? Stop looking at me, man. It's hot. It's only 41 degrees, y'all. It's free. I'm freezing cold. There's a girl walking down the street with just shorts on. See, oh, child. Today I gotta do that. Today I gotta do that. So what's going on, y'all? So we're gonna talk about Love and Hip Hop. I'll be right back. Oh, come on. It's so rude and disrespectful. Let's do
USB. Please say a command.
Bluetooth audio.
Bluetooth audio.
I'm gonna go around the other way because I don't like for... What are you trying to do, lady? Of course. She is really... Okay. Let me go by because I don't know what the fuck y'all... Wait, don't move. Don't you move your ass because I don't know what the fuck you doing, lady. And you need to get your ass out the way, pedestrian, before you get hit. So, let me... Yeah, see, I'm making a light. I'm making the light. Oh. Oh, shit. I didn't make the light. My bad. All right, so let's talk about Love and Hip Hop. Hollywood. Said them hoes look just alike. Oh, Fizz is fucking Moniece 2.0. Okay, so Fizz and April, they're like out in the public and this and that. So that's mostly it. They talk about Apple. I don't know where Apple thinks that she can be online on the live. You can be, Apple Watch. You can be on live. You can be belligerent, drunk, look like you don't have your dentures in. You could do all of that, homegirl. And you could be free to do all that. But the thing is, ain't nobody gonna work with you. You could do whatever you want. She compared herself to Cardi B. And you could say Cardi B acts up, you act up, but it doesn't mean that people have to work with you. Just because somebody else does it and gets work doesn't mean that it is going to automatically allow you to behave like that and get some work. Maybe that is the detriment of what Cardi B represents, because women believe that they can be rewarded for acting like donkeys on TV, on their live or whatever, and get sponsorships or whatever. I don't know. I'm not understanding why she thinks that somebody needs to work with her. You could do whatever you want to, but don't nobody need to work with you. And I don't know. Maybe that's what's wrong with Cardi B, is sending the wrong message. Maybe this is a testament to that, because this woman believes that she can be on her live looking like she doesn't have her dentures in. Who is honking like that? Oh my God. Yeah, so I was like, okay, so there's no issue there. Okay, so the thing with April and Fizz. All right, so here's what I don't like, and I'm not, this has probably happened before. I'm sure people, okay, I'm trying to figure out how I should explain this. I don't see anything wrong with what Fizz and April are doing. I don't see anything wrong with them finding love in each other. I don't see nothing wrong with it. That's what it is. The part that I think is wrong is how they're going about it, in this very disrespectful way. Moniece, April, you are in each other's faces. Moniece invited April on tour. I felt like Moniece was inviting April on tour to set her up. I just believe that it was some petty. I don't believe that there was any good in that, but that's whatever. It doesn't matter. But here's the thing with April and Fizz. It's just the way that they're going about doing it. That's the problem that I have. I don't have any problems with them being together. I don't subscribe to that. If your ex wants to, what was that? If your ex wants to, go with somebody you were cool with or whatever, that's whatever. Nobody has ownership over nobody. You gonna feel a way. You might think, and that's the reason why April and Fizz went about it in that way, because of the way the community reacts to something like that, when in fact that there's really nothing wrong with it. What's wrong is how you go about it. The sneaking, the not living in the truth of the relationship. You're not living in the truth of relationship. So you're essentially building a foundation on untruths and, deception. So that, nothing, I don't know, that's the kind of energy you're starting your relationship with. That's not really good. I really feel like Moniece or April deserves a beatdown, because you walk into this establishment with Fizz and you act like, first of all, you act like Moniece is not even there. You was just in her face in the studio singing with her. She was inviting you on a tour, whatever. Why are you acting like she's not there? See, that level of disrespect is the problem. That would be when I want to reach and touch your ass, because now you being disrespectful. Bitch, you act like you can't look at me because you know you're not right because of how you went about it. Moniece, you need to stop calling Fizz my baby daddy. He is not you don't have nothing over him. Nothing over him. You don't own him. He is not your baby daddy. He is your child's father. He is your child's father, and that is how you need to call him and need to refer to him. That energy that you put out saying my baby daddy, that is what makes you feel like he has to respect you and he has to do all these things to you. Fizz doesn't have to do anything. He has not done anything. So I'm not sure what makes her think all of a sudden this man is going to start behaving in another way. She's telling the truth that every time Fizz gets a woman in his life, the disrespect that he shows to her, that other woman or that other person feels like they can disrespect her too. Trust me, I know. When a man talks bad about a woman, other people coming in contact with that woman feel like they can treat her in a certain type of way. They also feel like they can talk to her any kind of way. And, should he extend respect to her because that is his child's mother? Yeah, he should. Does he have to? No. It would be nice, right? It would be nice for them to have maybe told her in private, so that she didn't have to look stupid in front of all those people. Even though she did have a feeling, I think they just went about it wrong, and that's when I would have to whoop some ass. Because, bitch, you can't even look me in the face, bitch. I'm gonna break your jaw. Because you don't even have enough pussy to look me in the face. That is why I was like, okay, I don't see nothing wrong with Fizz. I just don't like how they're going about it. That's what I think is immature, no pun intended. I think it's on brand with how Fizz's personality. He seems like a typical California curly haired, light skinned nigga who just walks through life causing people pain and does not care at all. He just looks like teetering on like a sociopathic type of personality. Like he doesn't care, walking away, acting like you just don't care about anyone. Like and to me, I feel like April doesn't like Fizz as much as she's acting like she does. I think all of her shit is performative in order to make Omarion feel a certain way. I truly believe that. When I look at them, I'm like, that's all for play. And I don't feel like Fizz is all for play. I feel like Fizz really feels like he likes April. to the point where y'all trying to buy a house and move in together. Okay. And y'all wonder why Omarion just up and left. He up and left, according to April. Not one explanation of his departure or anything. And you ask yourself, why? I said April and Fizz can do anything they want, but the fact that April couldn't even look Moniece or even acknowledge her, that is where the beat down is warranted. Because it's the level of respect that you take for all parties involved. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because society has told us that, you know, somebody going with the ex-best friend or ex-friend or what, society has told us that that's wrong, right? So when that happens, people often sneak around. And when you start sneaking around, there's no respect in sneaking around. And then when you come in public, you act like the person, you don't have to explain anything to the person, right? All of these things are, would be nice. It would be nice if they did this. It would be nice if they did that. I'm just saying, like, personally, the level of respect has to be, you gotta show some respect. You don't have to, but it would be nice. You understand what I'm saying? And because I was getting mad for Moniece because of how April and Fizz were acting. Like, I don't have to explain nothing to her. No, you don't. You don't have to do a goddamn thing. But it would be nice, because guess what? As much as you say this is for Cameron and Cameron this and Cameron that and Cameron that, April lied on Cameron. April lied on a child who was trying to tell his mother that his father and April might be boyfriend and girlfriend. And you sat up there in Moniece's face and lied on a baby. Bitch, now I'm going to punch you in your fucking mouth. That's just what it is. And I hope Moniece gets to touch April just because of the level of respect. I wish she could touch Fizz, but he's a man, one, and you know what they say, you got to respect your child's father, all that bullshit. It would be nice, wouldn't it? Child, boo, fuck out of here. He deserves nothing. And that's why he feels like that she doesn't deserve an explanation. You don't have to give her an explanation. And for April to turn around and say that she's pregnant, I pray to God. I pray to God and whoever you believe is your source of humanity and existence, that April is pregnant with 8 babies. I hope she has octuplets. I really wish that on her. I wish that she is pregnant with 8 babies at the same time and delivers them a minute after each other. I hope so. With no epidural. Fucking bitch. I was like, Just of the way that she was acting. That's the only thing. Bitch, don't nobody give a fuck that you fucking this nigga here. He gonna do you the same way every other bitch. Okay? He's gonna do you the same way. Now, he has a pattern of behavior that has historically been documented. So, just, you're next. So that's one. Number 2, you couldn't even say nothing. I want her to beat both. I want her to take both of their heads and hit them together, because it was just disrespectful the way that they did that in front of. And then Moniece, she gets so upset because Moniece has an expectation of someone that she should not have expectations of. And I believe, my theory is that you have expectations of the way that you should be treated because you keep speaking over this man as though you have some level of ownership. My baby daddy, my baby daddy, my baby daddy. There is an energy behind that. Don't claim that man. Give that man back to his child and call him your child's father. Now, I don't even like to claim ownership over children, but you can say my child's father, Cameron's father. You can say Cameron's father. That's Cameron's father. That's not your baby daddy, bitch. That's Cameron's father. And once you get out of pushing that energy out, you will stop having expectations of this waste of flesh ass nigga. You will stop it. You'll stop it. I truly believe that. She needs to stop saying that because she feels like Fizz owes her something, and he really doesn't. It would be nice, but he don't owe her nothing. And when that baby gets grown and starts watching YouTube and seeing all these clips of how his father treated his mother, then he'll have to have a different conversation with his father when he gets older. And that's it. And that's how it goes. You want to, oh, the baby's this and the kids this and the kids that. Let them grow up. Let them have the experience, because I guarantee you this, the person that you say he is, when your child in 15 years grows up, that man has not changed in 15 years. He's still the same person. So guess what? When he starts relating and engaging to his child who is growing up into an adult, when he switches over to an adult, trust and believe he's going to relate to him the way he relates to other adults in his life. It always happens like that. You get to see when you grow up and you grow into an adult, you start looking at your parental figures like, oh, okay. So now I have some questions, right? Because you have a different level of understanding, and you think about the things that you were told about your parent, and then you stand like, wait a minute, hold on a second, that don't even make sense. You understand what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen to Cameron. Drew is going to have to explain, or not, it would be nice, why he treated his son's mother like that. Why he was disrespectful. Why was he so disrespectful to her? I don't see. And then, like, everybody keeps saying, oh, Marion needs to say something. For what? Why? He is clearly on a different journey and doesn't want anything to do with any of this. That's not something that he's wanting to put his energy towards. Oh, Marion is on like I'm telling y'all, go to his Instagram, go to his fucking, he has a YouTube channel under his name. Not Omarion, but under his name. You understand what I'm saying? He's on a whole different shit. So I think a lot of the energy that April is putting behind this relationship with Fizz is performative. It's so that she can get a reaction. She is a person that thrives on and feeds on the reactions of people. You see how she behaves on online? That's not too far-fetched from what she's demonstrating on television. So why wouldn't you think that her actions are in effort to get a reaction out of the man who just, with no explanation, up and left? You need something from him. You need to know. You need to feel something. And for her to come back and be like, Moniece is still in love with you. I don't like when women do that. You still want him. You want to be me. Bitch. No. You trying to make yourself feel better by, and the crazy part is when women, the new woman, start saying, you wish you were me, or you wish you had my life and this and that. It's to make herself feel better, because when you see a man demonstrating behavior with the children's mother or an ex-girlfriend, whether they have children together or not, when you see how he's behaving, you're looking like, oh, this is the way this nigga treats people? Don't think you any different. And so now you need to tell yourself, you want my life. You want to be me, bitch. No, bitch. You can be over there with that headache. Trust. You can be over there with that headache, girl. Don't nobody want that headache. We got a support group for you when that time comes, bitch. Trust and believe. April is a damn fool. She's stupid. I really hope. I put on Twitter, I hope April and Fizz have octuplets. I do. I do, bitch. I hope you have 8 babies, my nigga. It's I said I never cared about people sleeping with exes. No one is property, but it's when people are disrespectful about it is when the furniture gets moved around. Fizz is wild disrespectful, which gives another person the space to disrespect Moniece. And because you can't really fight a man, that's why you want to fight the woman, because you really can't fight the man, but you want to fight the woman like, bitch, you being disrespectful. Bow, right in her goddamn throat. That's it. That's what I hope, just on principle, I hope that Moniece touches April. I really do, because that really, not looking me in the face, bitch, and you doing what you doing, it would be nice. But they don't have to do nothing they don't want to do, and that's That's the real tea. And I think, as a society, we believe that once you sleep with somebody, they're your property forever, and that's a lie. And it would be nice for people to respect relationships, but if the way that they were talking to each other, I was like, oh, he seems like he really likes her. Her, on the other hand, I don't know. I just don't get that vibration from her. I feel like a lot of what she's doing is in an effort to get a reaction out of her baby daddy. And both of them talk like that about their child's father. If you notice that, April is another one that hollers, "My baby daddy." You want to claim ownership over this man, honey. Let that man go. Let his children have him back. Bitch, what the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck over. You slowing down? Shit. That's just what it is. I just said, don't worry, their son will see how their father treated his mother. Wait until he becomes adult, until he'll see that Drew is a piece of shit. And for even allowing April to speak crazy to Monique when she was about to tour with her, that's where the beatdowns need to happen. Melody's nickname needs to be Sonia Jr. I said Apple Watch. You can do whatever you want. I already said that. Fizz is weak as hell. And that should make April look at him sideways. That's the part. Like, you be looking at the nigga how he's treating his ex. You gotta watch him. Watch how he treats her. Because when the time comes, because the shit nothing lasts forever. Okay, bitch? So when the time comes and he starts acting a donkey with you, rewind to the part where you saw him acting a donkey with his child's mother or with his ex. Watch for the hook. Because that happens all the time. And that's just what it is. It happens. Like I said, a lot of these things would be nice. It's not what you do, but it's how you go about doing it. April needs her ass beat. Bitch, look at Moniece. Look at that woman in her eyes. Like, that's the thing. Like, you can't even respect me enough to look at me in my eyes. You don't have that much respect. You feel like you can walk in here, look past me and look over me, and you standing here with my child's father. 1, 2, you was about to tour with me, and now you can't look at me. Bop, bop, bop. That's where the disrespect. That's why you need a beat down. And that's just it. That's how I feel about it. What do y'all think about it? Do y'all think April cares about? I don't think she cares a shit. Like, I just don't. And there's a lot of people that happens to. Like, people will jump in relationships with people just to spite another person. And true, you cannot help who you fall in love with, or who you believe that you are in love with, or who you think you like. You don't have any, you do, but you don't. Okay, we're going to romanticize it for a second. You do, but you don't. Love is a choice. Because it just is. So, I just don't, I'm just, for the sake of romanticizing the idea and what we would like, you can't help who you fall in love with. All right, so you just can't help it, okay? So they're together, they like each other, they make each other happy, great. Just don't do it though. Don't be disrespectful about it. Nobody is saying that. Like, you can be, and what do y'all think? See, a lot of people are really upset because of, you basically just switched partners. We all know the story of Omarion and Little Fizz, and I just don't have a problem with that. I don't believe that. Once a lot of people have problems with that. That is the reason why people sneak around, and that's not going to change, because the way that a lot of humans equate, they kind of walk through relationships. I was with you, you can't be with anyone else. There's some kind of girl code that people need to follow. I believe, like, if a friend wanted to be with an ex, I believe the things that I believe that you should take into consideration is, 1, how close are you with that person, with the friend? That's 1. 2, how did they break up? Right? How did they break up? Because if it was amicable, like, hey, we're not really, a match for each other, whatever. How long were they together? And that's about it. if somebody were to go with your ex that was somebody that you were cool with, like, and in the dynamic here, April and Moniece are not really friends. They're only friends because of their children's father are in a group together. And based on what I have gathered about the story, April came later. Moniece and Fizz and Moniece and Fizz and Omarion have known each other for a very long time. And you know, Fizz and Janae Aiko used to say that they were cousins. Like, that's how far back. Come on, can you drive, please? God damn, you are really driving like less than 40 miles an hour. Jesus, what are you doing? Move over. Anyway, so yeah, so they've known each other a long time, and April is a new type of person, so they don't really have that relationship. Do you understand what I'm saying? April is new to the group of folks. Fizz and Moniece and Omarion have known each other for a very long time, and that's just what it is. But that it should be taken into consideration. Like, why are you what type of treatment are you expecting from the person? You don't really know. But the fact that she was friendly with her, like, I feel like she should have said, you know, Fizz and I have been spending a lot of time with each other. I just wanted to let you know that it's blossoming into a relationship. I think that is okay to tell somebody. Now, I'm not asking for your permission, because I don't need your permission. I'm just letting you know, so that when people come to you and say, bitch, you see April and Fizz together, you can be like, yeah, April came to me and we had a conversation about it. Like, that's some G shit right there. Like, that's the bad bitch shit. That's how you do it. Like, hey girl, I'm not asking you for permission. I'm just letting you know. And you don't have to be disrespectful. You can be respectful about it. When the disrespect comes in, that's when people want to fight. And it's not fighting because somebody wants your child's father. It's fighting because you're disrespecting me. You can't even look her in the face. Now we're going to fight. That's it. And that's all that it has to go. I'm going, I guess I'll get coffee at work. I was going to go and buy some coffee, but I'll just make it at work. I wanted to talk about Teresa and Joel, but I spent the whole time talking about Fizz and April. I just really don't like to me, like, a lot of people are like, Erica, like, when I used to be on Facebook and stuff, and I used to say stuff like, I don't care about somebody sleeping with an ex or anything like that, but it's just how you do things. No one wants to tell somebody, you know, I don't want you to be happy in your situation because I used to sit on his dick. No, you deserve happiness for as however long as it lasts. You know, I remember I remember the first time I met my the boy's father. The first time I met his girlfriend, who is now his wife, and God bless her. When I first met her, I remember saying to myself, I wanted to, because I looked at her like over a car when I was getting into my car. I said to myself, I want to look at her and be like, don't do it. But girl, you got you a prize. Jesus, take the wheel. I swear to God, I wanted to be like, girl, no. But then I said to myself, she deserves to be happy for how as ever long as it lasts. She deserves the happiness that she deserves it. Everybody deserves to be happy. However long it lasts, you deserve it. So I did not look over the car and be like, girl, don't do it. Girl, don't do it. Don't do it, girl. But you got you a prize, girl. You got you the prize. Poor baby. God bless that woman. I'm gonna light a candle for her today. Because shit. All right, anyway, so I don't care about stuff like that. Take them. You know what I'm saying? Like, when a relationship is over, it's over. But the fact that Omarion left April, that wasn't an amicable breakup, to the point where Fizz had to step in because she was going through a lot, and the effects of being rejected, not knowing what you did, not understanding what happened. That's a hard thing to deal with as a human being. When somebody leaves a relationship and with no explanation, they don't talk to you, the only time they want to deal with you is through the courts. That shit it hurts, and I imagine that she's very hurt behind it, and that's why I feel like that relationship is fake for her. It's an effort to get a reaction out of somebody who is paying her dust. When I tell you Omarion is paying them niggas dust, and everybody wants Omarion to react to it, and he's like not reacting. And I think it's perfect because you don't deserve nothing. You are who you are, and look at who you are. You don't need any energy from me. No one needs. He doesn't care. It would be different if he cared, but y'all have to remember, he left the relationship. Why do you want him to react to anything? Let me tell you something. I've been in so many situations where I was talking to a dude and his homeboy was trying to talk to me. It's happened. I can count on both hands how many times it happens. So Fizz might have been just waiting for his opportunity. Here she is. She don't look too much different than Moniece. They look alike, so he has a type. And that's what it is. You can't monitor people like that. But our society gives the idea that you monitor relationships like that, and the minute you're attached, and the minute that you have sex with somebody or has been with somebody, nobody else can be with them. They could do whatever they want. The only thing is how you go about letting people know that this is a relationship that's happening. And I just don't think that it was cool. Let me see if I have anything else. What really pissed me off, and what really makes me feel like April needs a fist to her throat, is that she lied on that little boy. That little boy told his mother, I think that Daddy and April are more than, I think they're boyfriend and girlfriend. And you're going to sit up there and smile and lie on the baby. No, that's not true. See, that's why adults be lying on kids. I remember the first time I caught my mother in a lie, and I remember the first time I caught my mother in a lie, and I remember the first time I caught my grandmother in a lie, and lied on me. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't anything major, but it was like, I was like, what? No! And then nobody believes a child, and that's why it's so hard when it comes to children being abused and things like that. They don't want to say anything because one adult will tell another adult, no, he's lying. And then they automatically believe it. I was like, that little boy told his mother, and you sat up there and lied on that little boy. To protect what? Bitch, you ain't a bad bitch. You should have been like, you know what? Girl, it's probably turning into that. And just been like that. Even if you wanted to, like, I don't understand. Like, I'm trying to explain, like, even like, pad the lie. You understand what I'm saying? Like, even if you've already did it, that would have been your opportunity to say it's turning into something. Whether it's turned into something already, that would have been the time to come clean to her and tell her face to face. She's sitting in your face. You scared. What did I tell you? People lie for gain and out of fear. Those are the two reasons people lie. Out of fear and to gain. And she was lying out of fear. Sitting up there in Moniece's face, lying to her and lying on that baby. That is what I'm going to beat you down, bitch, because you called my son a liar. And he was telling the truth, trying to tell his mother the truth about his father and his father's friend. And you lied on that baby. Now you deserve to get beat down. I honestly have never seen him express himself like that, so there might be some truth to it, but on her side, I don't think it is what it is. I think he's more in love with her than she is with him. I really believe that. I truly believe that. Look at this picture of Omarion. He is not worried about April. He is not worried about April and Fizz. They can take their underwhelming, boring, dry, no conversation asses, and I hope when she said she was pregnant, I said, oh, God, please let her be pregnant with 8 babies. I want her to be pregnant with all the babies. I want you to have 8 babies, April. And I want you to have 8 babies. I want you and Fizz to have octuplets. There you go. Y'all have a wonderful day. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. And stop claiming people's dick that ain't yours. Stop calling that man my baby daddy. That's the first thing. Stop doing that. All right, peace.